it turns out that he's having nocturnal emissions, and he's the gooey goodness is, he thinks it comes out, and he calls his father, and his father tells him that's okay, that just means you were really happy, and that's a good thing, that's fine, don't worry about it. So he figures he may need some of that gooey goodness for later, so he saves it in a bottle, and he ends up with his whole closet is full of bottle upon bottle upon bottle of his own cum. And the NFL changes their rules to match sarcastaball, and then you have Brady and all these other guys. Well, actually, so they're into the game. Then Cartman comes to Butters and says, you need to help me. I just don't have that warm gooey inside that you seem to have, and I'm just no good at the game. And he says, no. And so Butters is talking to him about it and says, sometimes, when you really get the feeling, he said, some of it even comes out, and you're just so full, you're full to overflowing with gooey goodness. And so anyway, long story short, Cartman ends up asking him, hey, if you have your gooey goodness is coming out all over the place and you're saving it, he said, you think I could have some? And because maybe then I could have some gooey goodness inside of me, and I'd be as good at sarcastaball as you are. So this is okay, and he gives him like a bunch of vials, and Cartman drinks it down, and the next thing you know, the NFL, they're playing, and instead of Gatorade, they've got Butters gooey goodness or something. Jesus. You have all of these players, and they have Brady doing a commercial for Tom Brady, and he's got like a milk mustache over his mouth type of thing while he's drinking out of a big quart-sized thing of Butters gooey goodness. And then they take the big Gatorade jug at the end of the game and dump it over the coach, and they got all of this stuff going on. And Randy goes to a doctor because he realizes that he can't stop being sarcastic, and that's what sarcastaball does to you. And he gets a brain scan, just like the concussions, right? He gets a brain scan, and they find out that sarcastaball is actually really dangerous, and it alters your brain such that you can't not be sarcastic. So he goes and drives his car into the middle of the field while the kids are playing and interrupts them playing, and the kids are all arguing about it, and they said, why is it so hard to believe that we really just like this game and we're not being sarcastic? We really like it. He said, well, I don't see how anybody could like this game. And they said, well, here, take some of this Butters gooey goodness. They give it to him, and he drinks it. He's like, this is cum. And then the next thing, they're Butters is grounded, and he's in his room, and all the South Park adults are, standing in the doorway to his bedroom as he's being grounded. And, sarcastaball is officially done away with.
I've used the forest to create a simulation of your sparrow. You're gonna need it for that ramp.
A ghost can do that.
I was thinking about recording this, because I just did a sort of cool thing, and I just realized if I record it, it'll just be you talking about cum.
Yeah, it's no good.
I should hit record button. I'm like, no, he's gonna be right, talking about sarcastaball and cum while I'm killing these people.
I was doing doing PvP in SOTOR yesterday, and I'm on the Shadow, and there are a bunch of guys in mid. The enemy team, there are 5 of them, and they're sort of, aligned kind of towards our spawn point, and trying to kill people, not as they drop, but they're still just barely in mid and facing in that direction, trying to kill people. Let's come in and stop them from even getting